The South Community Library opened its doors back in 1922, but in its 101th year, Journey is coming to an end December 1st.
News 8 Now's Michael Germain joins us live in the studio with the details on this impending closure. Good evening, Michael.
Ken and Emily, the South Community Library will be closing due to a staffing shortage and budget cut.
Well, it's really a city budget issue that has been long-term, and we know that it will continue.
The La Crosse Public Library's South location has faced a budget deficit cut by 2%, a cut that equates to more than $100,000.
This was under consideration when other budget impacts happened about 10 years ago. And we were able to avoid that closure by doing some efficiencies and restructuring.
Since 2010, the library has lost 20% of its employees, which has led to a shortage of workers.
Despite all those efficiencies and changes, we have tried to innovate, but are just at a point where we can no longer sustain 3 physical locations.
Grant says they are at a tipping point where they can't afford to lose staffing.
If it were just a short-term problem, we've certainly been for years trying to continue with short-term sort of innovations, but now we're at that point where it's just no longer sustainable. There's nothing else to cut.
With staffing being their largest expense, Grant says without the staff, nothing would be possible.
And without staffing, we really can't do anything. They're our greatest asset, but also that's a largest expense in any budget.
One man that I spoke to expressed his frustration after hearing the news.
You know, I've used that library, I've used the Northside Library, and mostly the main library, but I think it's going to be a disappointment for a lot of people. You know, it was advantageous for the city, you know, especially for the south side. My son actually lives right across the street from the library, and he used it. So I'm kind of disappointed in all different directions there that they're closing.
Grant says she's looking at mobile options to serve people who can't get to physical library locations. Ken and Emily, back to you.
All right, thank you.